Take a look at a pizza. It's round. Now look at a pizza box. It's square. And once you open it, the pizza is usually cut into triangles. So somehow, one of the world's most popular foods comes in three completely different shapes. A round pizza, inside a square box, cut into triangle slices. At first glance, it doesn't make much sense. After all, if the pizza is round, wouldn't a round box make more sense? Wouldn't it fit better? Wouldn't it waste less space? As it turns out, there's a very good reason pizza boxes are square, and the answer has almost nothing to do with the pizza itself. Believe it or not, there was a time when pizza boxes didn't exist at all. That's because pizza wasn't originally designed for delivery. In cities like Naples, Italy, people often bought pizza and ate it immediately. Some ate it while walking through the streets. Others enjoyed it inside bakeries and restaurants. There was no need for a special box, no delivery drivers, no takeout orders, no stacks of cardboard waiting by the front counter. Pizza was simply made, served, and eaten. For hundreds of years, nobody needed to solve the pizza box problem, because there wasn't a pizza box problem yet. As pizza became more popular, something started to change. People didn't just want pizza at restaurants anymore. They wanted pizza at home. Families wanted it for dinner. Friends wanted it for parties. Workers wanted it delivered to their offices. Suddenly, pizzas needed to travel. That created a brand new problem. How do you move a hot pizza across town without ruining it? You couldn't simply carry it in your hands. The pizza could slide around. The toppings could fall off. And nobody wanted their dinner arriving upside down. Restaurant owners began experimenting with different ways to transport pizzas safely. They needed something that could protect the pizza, keep it warm, and survive the journey from the oven to the customer. For the first time, pizza needed its own form of transportation, and that meant packaging. At first, a round pizza box seems like the perfect solution. After all, pizzas are round. So why not make the box round too? It sounds logical. In fact, many people have asked that exact question. But once manufacturers looked closer, problems started appearing. Lots of problems. To make a square pizza box, manufacturers can start with a single flat sheet of cardboard. A few folds later, the box is finished. Simple, fast, cheap. A round box is much more complicated. Curved shapes are harder to cut, harder to fold, and harder to assemble. That means more time, more materials, and more money. For a product restaurants use by the thousands, those extra costs add up quickly. Suddenly, the perfect idea doesn't seem quite so perfect anymore. Being cheaper was only part of the story. Square pizza boxes had another huge advantage. They were incredibly practical. Think about a busy pizza restaurant. On a Friday night, hundreds of pizzas might be leaving the kitchen. Employees need to grab boxes quickly, stack them efficiently, and keep everything organized. Square boxes are perfect for that. They stack neatly on top of each other. They fit tightly together on shelves, and they don't roll around or waste space. Delivery drivers benefit too. A stack of square boxes stays stable during transport. A stack of round boxes? Not so much. Square boxes also make storage easier. Restaurants can keep large numbers of folded boxes in a small space. When needed, workers can assemble them in seconds. The more people looked at the problem, the clearer the answer became. The box wasn't designed to fit the pizza perfectly. It was designed to make everything else easier. You might think the story ends there. Square boxes won, mystery solved, but not quite. Over the years, inventors and companies have experimented with all kinds of pizza box designs. Some were round, others were octagons or hexagons. A few looked more like science projects than pizza boxes. The goal was usually the same: Use less cardboard, save money, or create a box that matched the shape of the pizza more closely. And honestly, some of the designs were pretty clever. A few used less material than traditional square boxes. Others folded into unusual shapes that reduced waste. But they all faced the same challenge. Restaurants already had a system that worked. Square boxes were cheap, reliable, easy to store, easy to stack, and easy to replace. To beat the square box, a new design couldn't just be different. It had to be better. And for most restaurants, square boxes were already good enough. That's why, despite all the experiments, the square pizza box remained king. So why are pizza boxes square? The simple answer is this: because square boxes solve more problems. They aren't shaped to match the pizza. They're shaped to help everyone else. Manufacturers can make them quickly. Restaurants can store them efficiently. Workers can assemble them in seconds. Delivery drivers can stack them safely. And customers get their pizza in one piece. A round box might seem like the obvious choice, but when you look at the entire journey of a pizza, from the factory to the restaurant, to the delivery driver, and finally to your front door, the square box starts to make a lot more sense. In a way, the pizza box is a perfect example of design. The best designs aren't always the most obvious. They're the ones that quietly solve the most problems. That's why a round pizza travels in a square box. Not because it's perfect for the pizza, but because it's perfect for everything around the pizza. The next time you order a pizza, take a look at the box before you open it. It might seem ordinary, just a simple piece of cardboard. But hidden inside that design is a surprisingly clever solution. For years, people experimented with different shapes and different ideas, yet the square box survived. Not because it perfectly matches the pizza, but because it makes manufacturing easier, storage easier, delivery easier, and life easier for just about everyone involved. That's what makes everyday objects so interesting. The things we use all the time often have stories hiding in plain sight. Stories about problem solving, innovation, and simple ideas that turned out to work incredibly well. All hidden inside a square box carrying a round pizza